Hello, Star Wars unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show Shelf Talk. And today we're hitting the corner. We're hitting the corner of one of the Star Wars rooms, and that is my kind of mishmash corner. Lots of mishmash. Okay, so I thought I'd break it down and kind of go through a few things. Some stuff you can't even see from the camera angle, like this little guy here. We have a plush Yoda, life-size Yoda, but kind of a plush Yoda. Now, why do we have a plush Yoda? Well, I've wanted always to own a Yoda. I have. But life-size copies are too expensive. Too expensive, are they? That's how we would say it. This Yoda was a far more affordable option. And aside from looking a little weird, a little cartoony, he's really cool. I like the plush look of him. So he kind of found his way. So actually, I decided I think I'm going to move him and put him like next to Darth Vader in a little bit. So what else we got? Well, we have our, must I? I guess I will. Okay, so here we go. We have the standard Princess Leia buns, okay? Star Puffs, I think is what they call them. Very cute, very nice. Really not mine, but, they just kind of have a nice little place here. So, again, I like to find the weird stuff, okay? In addition, I think I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to just raise this up a little bit so I'm not to bend so much. That's better. Okay. And let's talk about this guy. Oh, this baby. So this, believe it or not, is an Ewok. I know he doesn't look like much because he doesn't have his little hood, but I found this. This was actually a display piece for Lay's potato chips of all things. And somebody was selling it on eBay, very cheap because it didn't have the hood. I always thought to myself, well, maybe I'll sew a hood together. Yeah, that never happened. But he's cute. He kind of hangs out. And he has a backpack. And who's on the backpack? Why, another Yoda. Of course. Hi there. Okay, I've seen a lot of people carrying these around. And the only problem with this backpack is that it doesn't really work too well as a, actual pack to put stuff in and put on your back. So it's just really like a thing to hold Yoda, which is kind of weird. So I kind of let that go. All right, so what else we got here? So this little guy down here, found this at a yard sale. This is a toy fox. I believe 1983. Came out around Return of the Jedi. Rolling R2. So pretty good, pretty good condition. And when you take them out of when you open up the lid, sometimes, I have a lot of plush, and plush I tend to kind of tuck away in places. We have this little Japanese Tomi Jawa. Otini. Okay, kind of cute. Has a little tool. I was, for a while, hooked on collecting a lot of things from Japan just because they had a nice amount of cool stuff. Along with that, we had another Yoda plush. So kind of cool I am. So really nice there. Along with that, we have, I don't know why I put this in here, but okay, there he is. I think I'll probably move this guy outside. We have the 300th figure, which came out. This is the Boba Fett 300th action figure, and this figure came out in the wonderful year of 2000. This figure came out in 2000. It is now 2019. There has been 19 more years of figures. I don't think they could even do a number anymore. There's just been too many. So, who knows? An R2D2 alarm clock box that is empty. Why that's there, I don't know. So, okay. And we will put R2 there. Okay, and then a couple of other things we've got. I'm in a big R2D2 kick here. We've got, an R2 kick and a Yoda kick. This is actually from Disney. They've been releasing for many years these latex kind of, or playtex, I don't know if they're latex or what, kind of creatures that are kind of cool. It's got a little bit of a posable, so you can even pose his ear a little bit. So kind of cute. Okay. And then, of course, we have Poe Dameron's helmet here. Okay. I put this on. I don't know if I want to put this on again. Maybe I will. It's really tight. definitely not meant for my head. So, but I always liked the look of the helmet. I always liked the look of the Poe Dameron helmet. So, and the weathered look of it anyway. I noticed in Galaxy's Edge, by the way, I mentioned in my last video that's open now in Disneyland, there are a ton of Republic, First Order Republic Resistance helmets and things of that nature. That's a really cool thing. All right, now, what about this? Well, if you've ever been to a convenience store like a Wawa, for those of people who know what a Wawa is, a Quick Check, Mini Mart, that kind of thing. Sometimes you can walk in and there'll be a freestanding cooler where you can lift up a lid and pull out, and it's filled with ice, and you can pull out a Coke or a Pepsi or something of that nature, right? Well, Star Wars, when Star Wars was first coming back into the fray and becoming popular again in the 90s and early 2000s, Pepsi decided to release these kind of R2 coolers for convenience stores, and you could buy them as part of like advertising stuff. And of course, like anything else, they existed. They had their shelf life, and eventually the stores wanted to get rid of them, so they ended up selling them to collectors. So I was able to acquire one, and it's really, really cool. So what I did was I pretty much filled it with plushes. I will say this: it's the base. Okay, is basically just the base of the cooler. That's really interesting. Unfortunately, on the side here, it's arms. Okay, I'll try to give you a little close up here. The arms, and your feet. If you look at the bottom, this feet is almost completely fallen off. In fact, it's completely severed from the leg. Oops, sorry. So sadly, if I do too much with this, there's not much I can do. I suppose I could, try to use some kind of a glue or some rubber cement to repair it. But the problem is anytime you roll it, it's got like a bunch of casters on the bottom. Every time you roll it, the vibration is enough for it to snap. Thankfully, the foot is attached to the bottom, the leg is attached to the top, so it won't really fall off. But I don't estimate just the discoloring on this. Again, these are things that were unfortunately not meant to last. Okay. Oh, speaking of things not meant to last, before I get to what's inside R2's cooler, I should point out this might scare some of you. All right, you've been warned. This is Newt Gunray. Unfortunately, Newt Gunray, you see these latex masks. My daughter decided to decorate a one of those like styrofoam heads, which makes this look even more. I mean, the art's cute, but that makes the whole thing look a little bit weird. So yeah, unfortunately, this thing is like, latex does not last. I'm sure some of you have run into those issues. So essentially, see, it just comes right off. So sadly, Newt is no more. So Newt will be going in the garbage. But and the foam, even the foam is starting to deteriorate. Sadly, I suppose I'll keep this. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe I can. Does it work? Does it work on me? No, probably not. But I guess I can keep it. Maybe I'll put this on the Ewok. That's what I'll do. I will put this because this doesn't look like it's fading. So there we go. So Mr. Ewok, you're gonna have a new headpiece, and people are gonna really wonder what that's all about. All right. So as I said, our nice little cooler here. The dome does come off. Let me pull a few guys out of here first. First, we've got Build-A-Bear Chewbacca, which we did get on Force Friday for The Force Awakens. We have Mickey X-Wing pilot, so some cool creatures there. And then I'm going to pull this dome right off. Now, I will tell you a little bit about the dome. You can see here that the dome is also starting to deteriorate. Okay, again, not meant to last. Okay, these were meant to be temporary advertising pieces, and they just were not meant to last. In fact, I'm even like, there's actually some, like, it's actually loose here. It's kind of weird. That's kind of strange. Okay, I'm hoping it's not leaking. But yeah, it's just the way it is. It's the nature of it. Oh, I just found some more latex. Ugh. All right, but let's go through our other. Oh, and speaking of Build-A-Bear, we have a Darth Vader Build-A-Bear. I love the boots. They come really cool with the boots. So, some interesting stuff there. What else we got? Oh, this thing is filled. We've got 2 Jedi Stitch, or Yoda Stitches, okay? Different color robes, variants. My daughter's a big Stitch fan, so of course we had to have these. And then, oh, I have to give Vader his, gets a little, I like how they, just a little rubber band, there we go. Now he has his lightsaber. Now he's happy, he's a happy bear. I have a Yoda stocking in here. I have many Yoda stockings, but this is one of them. So maybe he'll find a way. He can find himself hung up for the thing. Oh, weird Yoda puppetry. I tell you, this is kind of scary. Some of the stuff in here is scary. I hope I don't get a parental guidance warning on this video. As you can see, there have been some interesting Yoda depictions. We have a Jedi Mickey. Okay, we have an Ewok. I think these both came from the Star Tours store. We have a very unusual, again, kind of a weird. Oh, he won't finish his statement. You do. Poor guy. Actually, I'm gonna leave him out so I can take out the battery, because I'm smelling here, sadly, I'm smelling battery acid. So I think something is leaking. It could have been somewhere else, I'm not sure, but I don't see anything majorly damaging. Okay, we have a Darth Vader purse or handbag. These things are, it's like the backpack. You can't even put anything in them, but I just thought it was cute. This is vintage. This is Mookie the Ewok. This is from the 80s. All right, they came up with a bunch of little Ewok creatures. So like a little walkling, a little baby Ewok. That's kind of cool. Oh, this is a Jar Jar backpack. Oh my God, I forgot all about this. The Jar Jar backpack. Here we go. Hello, Mythical Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, no, okay. I do like having it. It is one of my reminders of the weirdness that is Star Wars 2. And as I said in the episode 1 retrospect, I love Jar Jar. I never had a problem with him. He's not my favorite character, but I never had a problem with him. So he earns a place of high honor. But this one, I thought, was a little bit better. Unfortunately, life has not been... Oh. I don't know what I'm smelling there. I have to clean this one. But this, sadly, I don't know what... Oh, I know what this is. This is actually dust from... We had some work done in the ceiling and on the floor. But this is actually an Anakin Skywalker backpack. How cool is this? Remember when he was leaving his mom and he was walking away, and this is what they basically had this. Had the little water bottle, had like I think they called this like a CD case or something. Okay, it's so cool. So I like this one. I don't think I got anything on the inside of it. I think it might be, no, it's just a thing. But I want to, in addition to getting the batteries out of that one, I want to clean that one to get that dust off of it. Almost done, people. We got a Chewy bag, and then we got another Ewok. Ooh, except with a damaged tag. Okay. Ooh. There's definitely been something leaked in here, because this poor Ewok, oh my goodness, his tag completely came apart. Yeah, I don't know what's in there. There's definitely battery leakage. I'm guessing I'll have to go through and look. So you got to be careful. This is why I try to take the batteries out, people. Always take your batteries out if you're putting stuff on display. Thankfully, there's no real harm to this little guy. So that's I forget which Ewok it is, but so cute. Oh my goodness. All right, and lastly but not leastly, we have the C3PO. The C3PO. Oh. I wonder if these are the... No, I don't know. Have to look. But I have to see. This one's got pretty damage as well. But these little handbags, I thought they were really cute. And I think they were really on sale when I got them. And that will do it for this week's episode of Darth Tuba's Shelf Talk. So, as you can see, lots of cool stuff, lots of things that are, that are there. And yeah, I'm not going to edit this video out. I'm not going to edit out the battery acid. Always be sure to check, okay? I don't even know where that battery acid, it's definitely battery acid because I can smell it. I don't even know where that came from though. It's very odd. So, I'll have to do some research and find it. But, in any case, most of the stuff was not, it was only at the very bottom. Most of the stuff, there's only like really just one or two things that were damaged. Everything else was fine, so we're in good shape. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, check out all the other videos. Lots of other videos on their way. Check me out on Instagram and Twitter, at Darth Tuba. Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing page on Facebook. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force be with you.